How's it going, YouTube? If you guys are tuning in for this video, I'm making a specific video for Sparkinton. You're more than welcome to watch. It's about different problems I've had with my disease. This person, I don't want to say she or here, but this person is dealing with the same thing. They have not had the surgery yet, so they have some questions. And as a lot of you know, I have trouble typing, so I'm gonna just put a video up. Don't bother me, I like to do it. It gives me something to do. So, back to Sparkinton. You asked me, or first you said that I'm glad that I'm not alone, but I hate that you experienced this. Be thankful that I'm experiencing it, you know, because I like to try to help people with this. And no, you're not alone. I know a lot of people, and like I said before, from some of the stuff that you write, I believe that you're a female lady, woman, and I can put you in contact with other women that have had the surgeries. I'm going to warn you right now, getting online, you've done a good thing looking up Chiari's stuff. You won't see very many positive videos. You're not going to read, I'm going to say 99% of anything that you read on any web MD site, any Chiari group, any of that is going to be negative. People don't tend to write if things are going good. People write when things are going bad. So you will catch people at their worst. You'll read the worst. I try to make videos all the time. I'm straightforward. I don't lie. I don't bullshit. I've got my ups, my downs, and you usually can tell in my videos. And I don't make all my videos related to Chiari or to stringomyelia. I try to make videos about everything because it keeps me busy. Stuff with my kids. My wife don't like to be on video, but family stuff with, you can hear her voice, you know. So anyway, about the stumbling on words. I stumble on words, and you may have heard through the first video me doing it. And you may hear me doing this video. The more tired I am, or the more stressed out I am, or mad, emotional, whatever, I tend to stumble on my words, forget words. I guess you can call it like tongue-tied. You know what you want to say, you just can't get it from here to here. And that's very frustrating to me. I did the video and put it up on YouTube about that because I didn't want people that were watching me to think that, wow, what's wrong with this guy? Let me get a drink here. I'm drinking water, so. But don't think that it'll get that this could get real bad for you. You know, I see where you say that it happens to you and it's frustrating, but look at the times when it's happening and see if you're stressed out, or what's going on, or if you're tired, and then once you figure out when that's happening, you'll know to what, see, I'm doing it. you'll know to think about what you're talking a little better, so you know what I'm saying. Not everybody gets real bad like this, but it's like Chiari fog. People will say that there's another fibromyalgia. A lot of people that say that they have fibromyalgia, they say this happens to them too, and they call it fibro fog. I call it Chiari fog. So, the surgery really didn't make a difference on this. I may have been a little worse before than I am now. Some of the other symptoms, just choking out of the blue, just sitting here and choke. If you do that, the surgery for me helped that. I still do it, but not as often. The Chiari headaches, I don't think I went a day without a Chiari headache since 2006 up till the surgery. Now, I'll have a good Chiari headache 3 or 4 times a month, which is a lot better than every day. And I can feel them coming on, and I can get the pills that I need into my system, and usually bring them down to a low roar so that it's not so bad. I don't know if you fall. I fall a lot, but I don't know exactly if that's because of the syrinx, of my syrinx being so large. And that's another thing. I know that doctors aren't supposed to talk about patients, but I know if Dr. Oro would talk to you about me in particular, and if you brought up my name, I don't know if he would or not. And if he had a chance to access a file, he told me that the syrinx that I have is the worst syrinx he ever saw, because it's so big, so long. And that's something to think about, not having the decompression surgery. The longer you go compressed and not getting the surgery, the more apt you are to develop a syrinx. And you do not want to be in this boat. You don't. I'm not saying you'll develop one tomorrow, but your chances are greater. If he can go in and open that up and get the cerebrospinal fluid moving like it's supposed to, then it's not going to be jam-packed and causing pressure on the spinal cord so that you develop a cyst in the spinal cord. And basically, if you don't have a syrinx, you might not have studied them much, but in a nutshell, it's the spinal fluid has been able to get inside the spinal cord and open the spinal cord from the inside out. So think of it as a rope, or this is your spinal cord, and as that fluid pushes it open, that's pushing your nerves apart, right? Well, even after they open it up and the syrinx goes back down, in between each one of these nerves that got opened up, that's permanent nerve damage. That's most likely never going to come back. It's classified as a spinal cord injury. So, if you can avoid that, Dr. Oro is a wise man. And I would really listen to what he had to say. If he told me I needed surgery, I think I would do it. I don't know how far you are herniated or how tight it looks, but if Dr. Oro's recommending it, I would think about it seriously. I know some people that have been to Oro that swear they're real bad. Real bad. This is bad. That's bad. I've got super bad Chiari. I've seen my scans. And Dr. Oro turned them away. Now, Oro's not going to turn somebody away that's really in need of having this surgery. I can tell you that. So you might want to think about that. The fact, I don't know if you've talked to other surgeons or not. I don't know how long you've been dealing with this. I don't know how long it's taken you to get from point A to point B being Dr. Oro. But the fact that you're talking to Dr. Oro tells me that you've been down the road a little bit. And I honestly feel that Dr. Oro is the number one Chiari, Stringomyelia, tether cord neurosurgeon in the United States, and if not globally. He can be difficult to get into. He doesn't waste nobody's time. He is straightforward. He's not going to bullshit you. I know several people that have been operated on by Dr. Oro, and every one of them say the same thing I do. He's my angel. He's my angel. I've got a friend that I met in Denver that is only a couple miles actually from Aurora, who had been operated on 2 or 3 times prior to meeting Dr. Oro. And when he went into Dr. Oro has almost got him set back as straight and normal as you or I with Chiari can live. I know several people that still work 9-to-5 jobs and are able to maintain that. I can't because of the Cernix, and I'm on a lot of narcotics. I'm on a lot of narcotics, so, and nerve pills and stuff like that. I'm just telling you, don't feel down and depressed and scared and alone, because you're not. There's a lot of people here for you. There's a lot of people just on YouTube alone. I started doing YouTube because I had a lot of time on my hands. And these guys that I talked to, I found something I was interested in, and I started watching their videos and putting up videos and stuff, and it's become an outlet for me. And a lot of these guys that I only know through YouTube and talking back and forth a little bit through a chat room they set up, really support me and what I go through. I just want you to know you're not alone. And it's a very lonely feeling disease because nobody understands you. Most of the time, unless you got a real good spouse, they don't even understand it unless they've been to your appointments. It's one of those diseases that you hear, it's in your head. Well, no shit, you know. And I heard that all the time. Oh, this is all in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. Well, you know, you're absolutely right. It is in my head, but you're absolutely wrong. There's a lot wrong with me. I was blessed in the fact that I found a family doctor just out of the blue that I was at wit's end. I'd went into the hospital, into the ER, into a little itty bitty town out in the middle of nowhere in Texas. I live in New Mexico, right on the border of New Mexico and Texas. And I went in there and the doctor come in and he started asking me some Chiari related questions. I thought, well, at least this guy looked it up. Well, come to find out his 7-year-old son has Chiari. And he took me, put me under my ring, and we haven't looked back. He learns a lot from me. I learn a lot from him. Now, talking about kids. I briefly looked through your page. I always subscribe to whoever subscribes to me, so I will be subscribing to your channel. I haven't watched any videos yet. I will, and I'll get to know more about you when I see the videos. But if you have children, don't sit and worry about them. Don't. I've got a 9-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son. He's getting ready to turn 8 here in August. Why? Why worry about them? I grew up playing football. When I was little, I did football. I did t-ball, baseball. And then as I got older into the junior highs, it was, a lot more aggressive football. I powerlifting weights. I boxed. I wrestled. I did everything any teenage athletic guy would want to do. All through high school, signed a full-ride scholarship to play for Montana State football. I blew that. That's another story. Look at that. But I never looked back. I never knew I had a problem. My shoulders, my neck was always tense, and my mom used to take her fingernails and she'd just rub them up and down my neck like this at night. I'd sit there and she'd just rub my back to loosen that all up because it was always tense. And I just contributed it to football. Now, I know a lot of women, because generally women talk about the Chiari stuff. You don't see a lot of men talking about it. But a lot of women, I know a lot of women, that have taken their kids right down and had them all MRI'd to find out all this, So what? So you can put them in a bubble and not let them live their life? My theory on this disease is let your kids live their life. Let them do what they want to do. Let them play sports. And then when they show signs, major signs, not just, my neck's tight, then think about it. But if you have a young child and you go have them scanned and it comes back that they've got Chiari, what are you going to do? You're going to tell your kid no for the rest of their life? No roller coasters? No rides at the amusement park that can shake their head and neck back and forth? No sports? No this? No nothing? That's my theory on it. See, my wife wanted to have my kids checked, and I went, nope. And, matter of fact, I'll show you. It's hard for me to get up. I'll turn this camera here. Right here you see 2 sets of cleats, and those are a pair of football pants. That's a bag. There's 2 sets of cleats. I have 2 children. Their name's Blair and Preston. And this isn't a recent photo, but you can clearly see that's my little boy, that's my little girl. But there's 2 sets of football cleats because my daughter wanted to play football. That's just my thing. I'm not going to tell my kids no because I have something wrong with me. Wait and see if something happens down the road. If you'd like to talk to me more one-on-one, I'm welcome. You want to be the first lady to talk to me about Chiari, and I'm more than willing to help you. I'm more than willing to try to get you in the right directions. give you moral support. I will always have your back, so don't feel alone. Don't feel alone, because you're not alone. I will always have you in my prayers. And do your best to stay positive. That's easier said than done, but do your best. Don't find yourself in situations like I found mine with being very suicidal. Make sure, if you're having problems, talk to somebody. It's very hard for me to talk to people like my wife and that when I'm feeling that way. But I'm slowly learning to. But like I said, any more questions, comments, just ask. Send me a private message. If you don't want nobody to read about it, I don't have to read about it. I hope this don't upset that I used your channel name in the video. If it does, send me a message and I'll immediately take these videos down. But it's because I have trouble typing. And I can make them, I think I can make them private. I don't know. I've never tried to do that. But, and if you want a phone number so you can give me a call. I'm married. I've got kids. You can call me and I can tell you anything else you need to know. I just had a guy get in contact with me out of New Jersey. Who's having a lot of problems, and he's like you, feels alone. Even though he's got his wife, he feels alone. So, like I said, it's a lonely feeling disease because nobody knows nothing about it. But anyway, I don't want to take your whole day up with you watching my stupid videos, but any questions, comments, let me know. If you need my number, I'll give you my number, no problem. I'll PM it to you. Keep your head up, try to smile. And please let me know what you decide to do. And if you do decide to go the surgery route, I suggest you get your video camera out and do a video diary of it. And if you feel like putting it on YouTube like I did, then you can, and you can help people because you'll have traveled the road that is not heavily traveled, because it's a fairly new disease. It's being found more and more often with the advent of the MRI. And I don't know if you knew that. They think that there's as many or more people with Chiari than there are with MS. It's just they didn't know. They could find it back in the olden days by opening you up and looking. And that's how it was originally found. But now, with the advent of the MRI, and as the MRI gets better, they're finding more and more people with Chiari and other diseases that they can see with MRI. But anyway, have a great day. Stay positive, and let me know what you decide to do. Have a great day.